Hey folks, if you were in the valley 40 years ago, you were hunkered down for Hurricane Allen. Came in on the night of the 9th, day of the 10th, so it's 40 years ago today and yesterday basically. And Hurricane Allen started as one of those storms coming off of Africa and then just kind of raced across the Atlantic, through the Caribbean, then up into the Gulf. If you look at all these little numbers, that's the category. Made category 5 when it was south of Hispaniola. Most of the deaths with Allen were in Haiti and the Dominican Republic, in particular in Haiti. And then it kind of went around Jamaica. But remember, it's a lot more than a line. It's a big storm. Kind of went around this northeast corner of the Yucatan Peninsula, but it weakened it back to a 4. Then down to a 3, but it made a 5 right here for a time as it was approaching South Texas. It diminished pretty quickly as it moved across the valley, but notice it was going across Falcon Lake, still a Category 1 hurricane. That was back in 1980, eventually kind of fading away over the mountains. A bunch of dry air got involved. This is what it looked like out in the Gulf of Mexico, a very well-defined eye. We're sitting over here. The coastline kind of comes down like this. Boy, I tell you what, that's a picture you don't like seeing, especially when this is moving this direction. But 40 years ago tonight, we were all keeping a very close eye on that. Tonight, we're watching a system out in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. This thing out here has a 60% chance of developing, and it could do something the next couple of days. But once it gets out into this region, then it's got going to run into some shear. It's going to be tough to keep its act together. So while it may strengthen, it may not do much until it gets well beyond that point, and all the models kind of curve it off to the northeast. Big weather story in the country tonight is this line of storms that stretch from really Minnesota all the way down to parts of Oklahoma today. This is what it looks like on radar tonight. Still some watches in effect. But look at all these dots. Each one of those dots represents a report of wind damage or hail damage or a tornado. 2 tornadoes, one near Chicago, one in northern Indiana. A little hail mixed in with that, but most of this, over 700 reports of wind damage tonight from this, and that is a really big number. Now for us, it's quiet. If you watch Future Track, it stays quiet. We don't see much more tonight. We don't see anything tomorrow for the most part. Maybe a brief shower on the sea breeze, but probably nothing more than that. If you look at the close-up model, you'll see that. Pretty quiet. Brief shower shows up, and that's it, and it's out of here. So for the most part, it's a dry day across the area tomorrow. Just a brief interruption for a shower, maybe a thunder shower. So your rain chances go 10 during the day, dry at night, 10 during the day, dry at night, and then Thursday, we're dry and dry once again. Temperature-wise, here's where we stand right now. Low 80s across most of the region. Tomorrow, we're going to warm back up into the mid to upper 90s, which is where we're supposed to be this time of year. This is right on the norm at 97 in McAllen, 100 in Rio Grande City, 96 in McAllen and in Harlingen. So for tonight, it looks like this. Our low temperature about 76, partly cloudy skies, warm and humid. Then tomorrow back up to 96 with just a brief shower, about a 10% probability of that happening. Here's a look at the next 7 days, and we keep it in the 90s every day, upper 70s, maybe even low 80s at night. That means it's humid when you see that, but plenty of sunshine through most of the forecast. Maybe a shower Sunday or Monday. That's your updated First Warn 5 AccuWeather forecast.